Hey everyone, it's summer, I'm topless, and I'm 1 year and 3 months on testosterone and about 4 years and 4 months post-op top surgery, as you can see. For those who've been following me, I'm sorry that I fell off a cliff for I don't know, more than half a year, I think, because life was busy, lots of work, lots of emotions about work and about the political situation. I'm an artist, and there's been a lot of budget cuts, funding cuts. The way the artists are treated is very bad, and so I just lost momentum, and I think I made a video at 8 months on T, but I'm not sure even if I uploaded it, but if I didn't, I'm gonna do that. So, but still, there's like a half-year gap or so. But anyway, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy we're alive and hopefully hopeful. And I just want to let you know what happened so far in my transition. And as you can see, this is what my chest looks like. Almost 4.5 years post-op. Interestingly, lately, like in the recent weeks, I felt like discomfort around the nipples sometimes, like when sorry, I have to close the window, I can't focus. So recently I noticed changes in sensation around my nipples, and I tried to do again like scar care, use some like oils and massage the scars a little bit so they get softer again, which always helps. But I think it's a good thing that there's still like recovery happening and still sensation is coming back, and healing takes time, and I think I'm very used to that actually. Also, that doctors say like this is unusual, but my body is usually slower than other bodies with some things. With some things actually not, it's interesting, but often my body doesn't do what the norm should be. So I'm quite relaxed about these things. And otherwise, what changed? So obviously my voice changed. I just checked like 2 days ago. I'm a baritone now, and I was like alto, going up to like mezzo soprano, as you say in the US. Butchering the European languages. I think I can go back to also being able to sing like tenor stuff, but right now I'm really lacking control in the upper region of my voice, which is very funny, but it is mostly about, I think, learning new technique or learning techniques again differently, and it's very much about control, I think. I did have a couple of periods where I got sick, and it felt like I had some sort of like infection around the vocal cords, and it happened twice, and both times it was when I felt them growing a lot. So sometimes you may feel like scratchiness or something, but it's not like on a usual cold. I would feel it more like over here, and on T I feel it like right where the vocal cords are. So I think that's when they're growing or when they're changing. It can feel like scratchy or dry. And when I had, because I'm an actor, also dancer and artist in general, like I started painting recently, as you can see. But I had periods where I was using my voice excessively, like extreme voice, like shouting or like singing a lot or screaming or stuff like that. And my voice was in this period where it seemed to be growing. Then I got like an infection or something that happened to me twice since I'm on testosterone. But other than that, the voice drop is just a lot of fun, and I really like the way my voice sounds. I like the way it sounds when I sing. I can sing well. I think it's a bit of a myth that you can't sing after a voice drop, because obviously men can sing. It's just that the way you sing is different, and you may have to learn new techniques. You may have to like train, like especially if singing came easy to you before. You now might have to train, but for me, singing never came easy. I was never talented at singing, and I trained my voice a lot before, and now I just have to train it again in a different way. So I think it's a myth that you can't sing anymore after testosterone, but obviously you have a different register. So that's the voice. My face changed. It's difficult to say how. I have a mirror over there, so I'm looking. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I think there's something about my eyes that got like more droopy, like this part of the skin. You could call it hunter eyes, but the hunter eyes, prey eyes thing is obviously like sexist bullshit. I think the shapes like got more angular. I might have a little bit wider jaw, a little bit thicker eyebrows. Yeah, but that's it. It's very subtle, I think. The beard is coming slowly but surely. I had my first shave like I think 2 weeks ago, because I have a lot of like blonde fluff under here. That is like the hair is super blonde, so it's not very visible, but it was sensationally strange because the hairs were getting like this long or something, and it felt like a weird little scarf that is just around here. Like it was strange. So I shaved everything. I had some more hair here than before. I have some here, obviously there, but it's not super visible yet. I can put in some footage of when I did drag, which is not technically drag anymore, but where I color the hair that is actually on my face with the mascara. So there you can see the growth pattern, and I think it's coming in quite beautifully. And I also got more muscular. The way the muscles are really changed. So I remember that in the first weeks actually being on testosterone, I felt my muscles changing in the sense that they felt more dense and heavier. than before. And yeah, maybe like if you think of cake, you know, there's like these like fluffy, airy cakes, but then there's also more that's like wetter, denser, like smudgy cakes, and it's a bit like this. It went from the fluffy to the smudgy. And then also the skin changed in the sense that the layer of fat that is a part of the skin, like it's not fat, you know, that got thinner or went away, and that makes me look more defined overall. So that's the combination of like the muscles itself changing and also the skin getting more, getting thinner actually. Also my, like the shape of my body changed quite a bit. I got more broad here. I had to like get rid of a couple of t-shirts. Like I think that was maybe like 4, 5, 6 months in or something, because my shoulders had grown and I'm actually getting a little bit of a chest. Like this used to be very flat. I don't know, maybe you can see in old videos, but I even have like a little bit of a curve or a little bit of like plasticity over here. I got much stronger. I think about like my strength about doubled, and my hips got a lot more narrow. My legs, like the shape of my legs really changed. They got a lot like more sleek and skinny above the knee. My butt got smaller and more like male butt shaped. Yeah, and all of that makes me really happy and really alleviates a lot of dysphoria. I did have a bit of like thigh and hip dysphoria, and I was dealing with it quite well, because I used to just focus on how I feel, not how I look. And since I'm like dancing and moving a lot, I could like appreciate what my hips and what my legs can do. And if I would feel strong and elastic and jumpy and all of this, I would be able to feel good. And I would just like try not to look at myself or not to focus, and also like cover up with clothes. Like I wouldn't, when I loved shorts, but I would like wear shorts that go like right up to the knee, so I wouldn't like usually see my thighs, or I wouldn't be exposed to them so much. And yeah, but I really feel now that I don't have to do that anymore, because I actually really like the way my legs look. And I do have to wear a belt on quite a few pants that I could wear without a belt before. So yeah, there's definitely changes there. Here, I talked a bit about the beard. Other than that, there's a lot more hair on the lower part of the body. So I have a little bit, I don't know if you can see this, like I have a little bit of hair on the stomach. I'm really digging it. I have more leg hair than before. I have some hair on my thighs, which is not a lot, and cis women can have that amount of hair, but I had no hair on my thighs before. My pubic area used to be like this perfect triangle. Now it's like spread up to the belly and to the thighs. It's very intimate and personal, but like butt hair got more. Also, the hair got more coarse. Though I don't have hair like on the cheeks, it's just like, yeah. There's other guys like talking more about this, so go watch their videos. Anyway, more hair, but not a whole lot of hair. I think I'm not a very hairy person, maybe. My arm hair changed, but you will, like, this is things that I can tell, but nobody else will be able to tell, because my hair was really, really blonde on my arms, and it grew like only up to here. Now it's growing here, and it's like, instead of being white blonde, it's like blonde. You know. It's a definite change, but it's not very noticeable anyways. I think the structure of my head here changed, and so one thing that is interesting, like my hair is long, as you can see, but these hairs, like right in front here, they are all like shorter now. They didn't get as long, or the long ones fell out, or I don't know, like there's a area. I'm probably making funny faces now. So there is like I don't know how to describe this shape in English. There's an area here where the hair is not as long as on the rest of the head, and that used to be different. I don't know what's that about. And I feel like the structure of the hair changed a little bit, but it's hard to say because it's so long that I can't really tell. Probably if I would cut it short now, I could tell the difference between how it used to be when it was short and now, but since I'm not doing this, I can't tell. What else? I think that's most of the changes physically. I don't really have any emotional changes that I can attribute to testosterone directly as the hormone. I do have emotional changes in the sense of that I am putting more boundaries. I feel a lot more worthy. And I think feeling more worthy does change the way you interact with people and the way you stand up for yourself. And I also feel angry more often, but I think it's not because of testosterone, because that only happened, like the anger is only more present like in the last maybe 2-3 months, and I'm already over a year on testosterone, and my testosterone levels shouldn't have changed in this time, you know, but I think it's really a consequence of feeling more worthy and feeling like as valuable as, or realizing that I'm as valuable as everyone else. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how dare you treat me like this? Like, how can you not see? Like, it makes me more angry about things that are unfair, or where people are unaware of discrimination in any way, you know. So yeah, that's the psychological aspect. I also want to talk about passing, because I'm not passing, and I think it's because of the long hair. I think if I cut my hair, I might be passing, and it seems like, well, maybe now in summer it will be different. I'm curious, because if I wear like maybe a top or something, But then people will probably be confused. I don't know. I keep you posted on that. But anyways, I think that the only thing that can help me pass with the hair long like this is a beard. So I was all wrong. Masculinity is only about beards, nothing else. Like, it's just facial hair, nothing else. And I don't mind it so much, but it's interesting to me because the voice, like, maybe people think now I'm like a girl that's like a heavy smoker or something. But yeah, it's just what it is. And there was something else I wanted to. Oh yes, the thing is that I'm not passing, in the sense that people, when they consciously have to decide what I am, they decide I'm a woman. But subconsciously, I'm absolutely passing. Like, guys are not hitting on me anymore. I'm free. I'm free of all this like sexist bullshit, of the pressure of everything. And I am getting noticed by women my age and younger, sometimes older. So the way that women have me on their radar is completely different, and it's got something to do with heterosexuality and attraction. I am very sure of this because it's just the way that women notice me, and double takes and stuff like this. It changed a lot. And yeah, also I think, you know, this thing when you're like queer or trans and there's like cis guys who want to kind of like display their power over you or something like this, just by like making stupid comments or gestures, or I don't know, you know, like that monkey, like that kind of behavior. I don't know, like, leave me a comment if you know what I'm referring to. Like the other day I was just crossing a bridge, for example, and it was very narrow, and there was just like a dude who was like maybe 16 or something, and he was just like going in my, like, really close to my face, like da da da, da, just like stuff like that, you know. Which I'm kind of sure like he wouldn't do that to a cis woman or a cis man, or, you know, it's like this weird display of power. I should have just like taken his cap and thrown it into the river. I was not fast enough because I don't expect people to be shitty, and I think I want to work on my alertness, you know, that I don't expect people to be shitty, but if they are, I can like respond like this, because most of the time people are not as powerful as I am, just emotionally, you know. Because, and that might be like very intimate, but to be able to transition, I had to face my fear of death, because what was keeping me from transitioning was that I'm afraid of physical harm and being murdered and being killed for who I am. So I had this fear, and it's still there, but I just faced it. I just went with it. I felt like, well, okay, it's a fear and it's possible. It's good to know that this is possible, these outcomes are possible, but I still make a decision to, maybe I live happily for 5, 10, 20 years. If even that should happen. And that's like, to accept that kind of thing makes you really fucking powerful emotionally and, yeah, mentally, I don't know. So I went a bit on a tangent there, but anyways, I think subconsciously people pick up on my transness and on the male hormone in my body, even if consciously they don't. But yeah, I don't really care about random people on the street. Yeah, I think that's most of the changes. So I'm gonna get a bit like, I mean, I'm always quite personal, but I'm gonna talk about like some more like genital changes now. So if you know me personally, please click off, because I think you don't want to know, or it would be weird. You're awkward. You're weird if you keep watching and you know me. I'm sorry. So bye. For all the other trans people out there, I think this is very informative. It's very, very important information. So on testosterone, you have something called bottom growth, which means that your clitoris is growing. Mine has grown surprisingly a lot, because it was like tiny before. It was like this, like it was like a point, and now it's a little dig. Like it's like this big, like my finger up until here. It's kind of like attached to the body with skin, so it can't go up like this. It just like does this, but it gets about double the size when it's erect. It gets erect regularly, and I had or have, but it's gotten a lot better, some trouble also, like health-wise, because it's growing fast and the skin is changing, and then the new skin is very sensitive, so, and also the hair is getting more and thicker and more coarse. So what really helped me is to like wash with water, but with I have this like glove that has a bit of a like rougher surface, like to do something with a piece of cloth or something, to like peel the loose skin off somehow a little bit. Just water, just very gentle. And I use a cream, like I used it every day for a while, but not anymore. It's not here. I think I'm showing it in a different video. It's just like a protective cream, actually, for both genders. And that helps to keep the skin like soft, and it protects it also from bacteria and stuff, because when the skin is like open or very sensitive, and the pH of the fluid changes, and the pH of the fluids is not as protective as it was before without testosterone. So the body has to adapt, I think. But it really helped, like the washing every day, like gently peeling off everything, and using this cream to keep the skin soft and protected. And the third thing is also, and it took me a bit longer to figure this out, to wash, if you have hair, if you don't shave, to wash with maybe like shampoo or with a soap that makes the hair very soft. So I just in the beginning I just used like some shampoo that I wasn't using for my head, but then now I have this like shower oil, it's called, that makes the hair also like softer, I feel, and that also helps that the skin is less irritated. And now I, like, for a while I used to have like a bit of a rough time around my period. I still had my period quite long. I don't know if I still have it, because now it's been like, I think I didn't have it for like at least 2 months, and then I had it like for a day, and now I don't know how it's going to continue. But I still had my period for a while, only 2 days though, and really like not a lot of blood like it used to be. A lot, and I had it for like 4 or 5 days. Now it's just 2 days, not a lot of blood. It's really, really chill, not a lot of pain either. And sorry, I lost my focus. I used to have these problems around my period, like regularly. About a week before and a week after, everything was like quite sensitive and I had to take care, but now it's gotten a lot less. Yeah, but I keep you updated. But anyway, in the beginning I thought like, oh, this might really be a problem, but it turned out that it's just needs a little bit more care, and then I'm actually fine. Like, yeah, so that's everything that happened. I hope I didn't forget anything. Please comment, like, subscribe if you gained anything from this video, or if you want to support me. You can listen to my music on Bandcamp. You can support my drawing journey if you want. If you want me to paint anything for you or draw anything for you or something like that, I'm up for it. Or yeah, otherwise I just wish you all the best in life, and don't give up. And for everyone who's in a country that doesn't support trans people, I'm with you, I'm thinking of you, I'm sending out love. And we all deserve dignity and happiness. So lots of love to you, and see you next time.